Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you with your English comprehension, your English vocabulary, and your English fluency. Now, have you ever bumped into someone that you haven't seen in a while? On today's lesson, I am going to teach you some phrases that will help you communicate how to catch up with someone. So when you are reacquainted with someone or you meet them over a long period of time or after a long period of time, you need to know what to say or how to talk to them. I have about 8 or 9 different phrases that I'm going to teach you that you can use in such a conversation. So let's get ready to dive in and let's get ready for a little learning and laughter. So the first phrase is, I haven't seen you in ages. I haven't seen you in ages. So when we talk about seeing someone in ages, it describes a long time. So if you haven't seen someone in a week, you wouldn't see, oh, I haven't seen you in ages. Or you may say, it seems like I haven't seen you in ages. And then I may respond, but I just saw you last week. But if it's someone you haven't seen, let's say in 6 months, a year, 4 years or longer, then you would use this phrase, I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been? Or you might say, do you remember me? We were in school together. That was like 20 years ago. I haven't seen you in ages. Another phrase that you could use is, it's been so long since we last spoke. It's been so long since we last spoke. So someone that you may have a routine in speaking to, for whatever reason, it could have been because of COVID. It could have been because you moved and you just haven't spoken to them in a long time. And so you may say, the last time we spoke was in September. It's been so long. How have you been? What's been going on with you? Another phrase you might say is, let's grab a coffee and catch up sometime soon. Let's grab a coffee. Or you might say, let's grab a drink or a tea and catch up sometime soon. So if you're a frequent watcher of my lessons, I do not drink coffee. I drink tea. Okay. I like green teas, herbal teas, white tea, black tea, echinacea. I just don't like coffee and never have. I actually call it old folks juice. I've called it that for years. And so my friends that drink coffee, they always offer me some. Do you want some? But when you haven't seen someone in a long time, you may offer to buy them lunch or just to sit down with a cup of coffee or tea or drink. So you may say, let's grab something to drink, or let's grab a coffee and catch up sometime soon. Now, sadly, most people that say that, they don't mean it. So it would be good to say, if you have the time, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's grab a coffee. Or what are you doing this evening? Let's grab a drink. Those are things that you can say when you want to catch up with someone. Another phrase is, I haven't heard or have you heard from Ricky lately? And of course, you can put a name in there. Have you heard from Rick lately? Have you heard from Sarah lately? Have you heard from Muhammad lately? Have you heard from Emir lately? So when you haven't seen someone, you may ask them about someone else that both of you have in common. Okay. Have you seen Rebecca? I haven't talked to her in like 2 years, you might say. Another phrase you could use is, we should plan a get together. We should plan a get together. Now, a get together, if you're not familiar with that word, is simply a time where you come together to meet, fellowship, have a cup of coffee, dinner, lunch. You come together, okay? A get together. And a get together can last 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours. It's just whatever you schedule. So if I just saw you and I said, hey, how you been? Have you talked to Rick lately? You know what? We should schedule a get together and catch up. That's how you would use that, a get together. Another phrase is, how's your job going? Or how's the job going? Either one would suffice. So let's say you used to work with someone and you changed jobs, or you retired, or you used to see them at their place of employment all the time. So let's say you went to the market and you met Craig at the market every day. And after a year, you didn't see Craig, but you bumped into him at the library. So you would say, Craig, how are you? It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing at the job? Or how's your job going? I haven't seen you there in a year. So that's how you would introduce a conversation when you want to catch up with someone. Another phrase, I saw on social media that, or I saw you on social media. You know, I came across your picture on Facebook. Or I saw on social media that you've moved to the city. I saw on social media. And so you could actually use that to catch up with someone in person or online. You may send someone a direct message or a comment. Hey, I saw on social media that you're working in the area. Do you remember me? We were in university together, or we went to class together. I saw on social media. We're almost done today. Let's schedule a phone call is another phrase that you can use to catch up with someone. Hey, I don't have time to talk today, you might say. Here's my number. Let's schedule a phone call, or give me a call sometime this weekend, you might say. Let's schedule a phone call. And finally, the last phrase or sentence you can use to catch up is, I hope all is well. How have you been? I hope all is well. How have you been? You know, since the last time I talked, your grandmother was in the hospital. I hope all is well. How have you been? Hey, I heard you had a child last time we spoke. How have you been? I hope all is well. So these are ways that you can communicate with someone in English when you want to catch up with them. Now, I failed to say this at the beginning of today's lesson, and I hope you're still watching. I have a quiz question. Here's today's quiz based upon the phrases and sentences that we discussed. Write a sentence using the phrase get together. Write a sentence using the phrase get together. Now, I want you to be creative. Use the comment section and write me a brief sentence using the phrase get together. And if you don't remember what it means, just go ahead and watch the lesson again and learn what get together means, and write me a sentence down in the comments section. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's really quick English lesson, I have taught you ways that you can talk to someone when you want to catch up with them. As always, if you have enjoyed today's lesson, be sure to share it with a friend. And until next time, I hope you join me on my next English lesson.